everyone, it's plus size mom 90 or Ty here again to give you guys my week 2 update. Um Checking my notes because I don't want to forget anything. I'll start off by saying that I only lost 1 pound this past week, and I know why. Um for starters, on Tuesday I was attacked by a honey bun, and halfway through it, it was really good. And then I was like, you know what? I am sabotaging my whole weight loss. So I didn't eat it all, but the half that I did eat was very good. Um, Even though I felt really bad after the fact, I was like, you know what? That's why I didn't eat the whole thing, because I was like, you're not going to lose any weight. I'm just happy I didn't gain anything this week because I just knew I was going to gain 4 pounds from that honey bun and other things, not just the honey bun, because that would be like crazy. But I also had chips 3 times this week. They are a weakness for me. I love chips, and it's really hard. I'll say this, even though it's a little off topic, but I feel like I may need to join an Overeaters Anonymous. Not saying that I'm just eating like 4,000 calories in a day, because I don't. I have been counting my calories, but I tend to binge eat, like, or not, well, mindlessly eat while I'm watching TV. And the time of the day that I realize this happens to me a lot is from like 8 p.m. to like 1 o'clock in the morning, when I should be asleep because I have to get up at 6 a.m. But I'm watching TV, usually Criminal Minds, and I end up snacking. So I'm gonna just try going to bed earlier, because I think that will help me stop some of the snacking. If I would just go to sleep, I would probably feel a lot better the next day too, because I've got like an extra 2 hours of sleep instead of watching episodes that I've already seen. And another thing that I'm going to try this week is I'm gonna do smoothies for breakfast, because breakfast, I think, well, I don't like breakfast. Even when I wasn't watching what I was eating, I was never a really big breakfast person. Like, when me and my family would go out to restaurants like IHOP or Waffle House or places that serve breakfast, I would be the one at 10 o'clock in the morning eating a hamburger, because I don't like breakfast foods. Like, every once in a while, I love grits and biscuits and stuff because I am a Georgia baby. I'm a country girl, so I love grits every once in a while, but I'll have to really like wake up like, ooh, I want grits. So breakfast is not one of my meals that I have a problem staying on my diet with. It's my meal where I have to make myself eat, because usually I don't eat breakfast. I would always skip breakfast. And this article that I was reading said that most people who lost weight and kept their weight off years after they lost it, they ate breakfast every day. So I figure if I want to, do this the right way and change myself forever, I need to incorporate breakfast in my diet. So this week I'll be trying, well, next week I'll be trying, oh, it is Sunday. Sorry. This week I'll be trying smoothies for breakfast, and I bought protein and some chia seeds. I don't know if you can, really good for you. In this group that I'm in on Facebook, they were talking about how they expand with the liquid that you already have in your stomach, or that you're intaking with your meals, and it makes you feel more fuller longer. And they have like lots of antioxidants in them, and high sources of protein and fiber, so they're really good. I'm going to put these in my smoothies. And also, I wanted to mention, back on my mishaps that I've had during the week where I fell off diet, these fat fighters work really good for me. These are by It Works. And I'll also put a link down below for my distributor, in case you don't have one or know one in your area, because you can use her. Even though she works out of Pennsylvania, she could still ship to you wherever you're at. So I'll put her link down in the description also, because these have really helped me. I think they're the reason why I didn't gain weight when I do slip up and I eat things that I know I shouldn't, because they help to break down the bad fats and stuff that are in my food, well, that I shouldn't have eaten in the first place. They get rid of those and they leave the things that are good that I've eaten during the day. So if you don't know what they are, look them up. Like, I would recommend looking anything up. That goes for the chia seeds also. Like, don't just try things just because other people said that they've worked for them. I would always recommend doing your own research, because that's what I did for both of these products before I bought them. So I said my weight is 258 this week. I only lost 1 pound, but next week I'll be back and I'm gonna have a lot of weight loss. Even if it's just 2 or 3 pounds, I feel like that would be better than 1 pound, because I really feel like 1 pound is good. Don't get me wrong, it's way better than gaining, or at least I didn't gain weight. But 1 pound is still good. I'm still 1 pound closer to getting to my goal weight, so I'm not complaining about it. I'm thankful that I didn't gain weight, because I really ate horrible this week. So my ups for this week are, I live in a building, okay, on top of the store. I'm up north, and I have 4 flights of stairs that I have to walk up to get from the door that lets me into my building to my actual front door of my apartment. Let me tell you, those steps are killer. It's only about 8 steps on each flight, and I feel like it shouldn't be that bad, because I have been taking the steps at work for the past, all this year actually, since January. I've been taking the steps wherever I go in my building. I take the steps, but I guess they're not as elevated as these stairs. They're going like straight up because we're over a store. So I don't know what the deal is with these steps in my building, but they kill me. Like, when I get to the top of them, I'm like, where's my inhaler? But this week I noticed I can get up those steps, because I was racing my daughter up the steps because she was trying to lock me out, and I beat her to the top of the steps, and I could breathe. Like, I closed the door on her and I could breathe. So I beat her up the steps, and she is a cheerleading, very basketball playing, very active little 8-year-old. Like, she's not an out of shape kid at all. And I was like, yes, I beat her up the steps and I can breathe, to laugh about it. Like, it was a definite victory for me. Another off the scale victory I'd like to say is, there's a skirt that I bought from Deb. I don't know if any of you know about that store, but it's like a plus size. Well, they have stuff for smaller women, but they do run plus size also. It's a skirt that I bought from them. It's an extra large in their plus size. I'll put a picture of it in. But this skirt has one of those elastic bands at the top. It's a very cute skirt. I love it because it has a split going up each side, and I just love it. It's like appropriate for me to wear to work, but it's also appropriate for me to like wear to the mall during the summer. But I always hated the fact that the band made my stomach bulge, even though the skirt wasn't tight at all like everywhere else. But because I guess because it was elastic right there, it just wasn't flattering on my stomach at all. I wore that skirt to work this week because we had to dress up for our clients in the building, and there was no bulge. Like, I wore a cami with it, like I always do, and I did not have that big bulge where you could see my stomach. You could see where my skirt stopped at, and where it ended at. I was so surprised. I was like, well, I guess I am losing some of my stomach. So that's just some victories for me of this week, since I gave you my bad news first. So I will be back next week with another video to update you guys, and I'll have some updated measurements. I usually do them once a month, but this month I did them twice because I started that ideal shape up video. Don't forget to check out that video also. So I had to do my measurements because they want you to take your measurements before you start it and then do it after. So I'll update my measurements again next week for my monthly ones that I take. But thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and share this video to anyone that you know it might help, or you think they might be interested in it. And don't forget to check my disclaimer and all that good stuff down there. Follow me on Twitter and Facebook, and I'll see you next week with another video. Thank you.